Afternoon to you, where we start, of course, with load shedding. The fact that it's stage 6 load shedding, which has started, came into effect at noon today. We woke up this morning, we were expecting stage 2, that went to stage 4, and then suddenly stage 6. Professor Sampson Mamphweli is the director at the University of Stellenbosch Centre for Renewable and Sustainable Energy. He joins us now. Professor, good afternoon to you. We went to stage 6 very suddenly. What does that tell us about Eskom's system at the moment?
Good afternoon, Stephen, and the viewers. Yeah, this is a very unfortunate situation that we're facing now. So I looked at the Eskom statement. They don't say much, apart from just saying that we've moved to stage 6 load shedding due to the breakdowns. And I've been thinking about this and discussing with various people in the sector. And we're starting to think that we're facing a bigger challenge here, which has got to do with sabotage. We don't think that it's more about breakdowns. We think that something needs to be done in terms of thorough investigations of each of the causes of this particular breakdown. So basically what I'm saying is we need a forensic investigation that will go into the details of what is happening at Eskom as things stand. This is beyond technical issues that we've been talking about for quite a long time.
That's a big claim to make. When you say sabotage, do you mean some sort of organized, I don't know, political sabotage? Or do you think the sabotage that Eskom itself has spoken about, where people are breaking machines just for longer maintenance contracts?
So there are two issues here. There are acts of political.
I'm afraid we seem to have lost Professor Sampson Mamphweli there, and I wouldn't be surprised, and we've seen this before, that at load shedding, at particularly stages that are very high, we start to see this kind of impact on the product that we're able to bring to you. Professor Mamphweli, you were saying that there are two types of sabotage.
Yes. Can you hear me, Stephen?
Can.
Okay. Yes. So there are people who are benefiting from the corruption that they do at Eskom. And we think that there is also the act of political sabotage, which needs serious investigation. That has got to do with some of the political issues that we're picking up around the country.
Also, we know that Eskom can't afford to buy diesel, and a unit at Kuiberg has been shut down for refurbishment, which alone is about one stage of load shedding. I mean, are those two things factors in this as well?
Yeah, even if you factor those issues in, stage 6 load shedding means that Eskom requires about between 6,000 and 8,000 megawatts to be able to build reserves and things like that, which basically means they've lost close to 18,000 to 20,000 megawatts. That's quite massive in my view. And that's why I'm calling for a thorough investigation into each and every one of these breakdowns that they've reported to have happened. Not so long ago, Eskom themselves actually mentioned that they've got there's quite a sophisticated kind of syndicate that operates within Eskom on the corruption side of things. And some people are starting to talk about the political sabotage that could be happening. Looking at the fact that we're going into the ANC elective conference in December and the battles that are being waged against President Ramaphosa as things stand. So even though we look at the technical side of things more than the political and corruption side of things, one cannot rule out those kind of things that we're starting to pick up from the political side and as well as on the corruption side of things.
Professor Sampson Mamphweli, as always, really appreciate the time. Shows you how serious it is, doesn't it? He, of course, is the director at the Centre for Renewable and Sustainable Energy Studies at the University of Stellenbosch.